Hi, Nia. Welcome to Liveabroad, the YouTube channel for retirees and expats. And via this channel, we invite a lot of experts in different fields. Could you briefly introduce yourself and explain what your company does in the field of relocation services?
It's actually Sofia, but everyone knows me by Nia. And I'm based in Cascais. I work all over the country. I'm Portuguese, born and raised, with Norwegian roots. but
Okay.
yes. So my great grandfather moved to Portugal as an expat himself in the 19th century to open a business, a cork business. So it was very interesting. And then we are already like the 5th or 6th generation in Portugal. And so I'm based in Cascais, although I work all over the country. I have a 9-year-old boy. And yeah, that's it. And I'm the owner of Portugal Wizard. So what I do is I help expats moving to Portugal from like the whole journey, from the start of when they are even not in Portugal yet, until they actually get their resident permit in case of non-European citizens, of course. And most of the times then when they're already here, I also deal with many other things. Basically, I solve problems.
Problem solver, yes.
And I love it. I love to solve problems. And so it's my main job is that, helping people. I give a very close support 24/7. It's not just about the paperwork. It's about guarantee that people feel
welcome and at ease.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have assistance, and that even if they have the most unbelievable question, that I'm to help and to support them on their journey, because it's not sometimes an easy journey.
Yeah. Can you tell me what are the first steps someone should take when considering a move to Portugal?
Yeah. So first, I think that everyone should visit, and I have several people that moved without even visiting the country. So visit a lot before making the decision. And then in terms of legal procedures, of course, people need to understand if they need a visa, if they don't, how can they get the residency, what are the requirements for their specific circumstance. Of course, in this case, Europeans have a lot easier life to move. But yes, mainly visit and understand if you can apply for a visa and what are the requirements, and if you can meet those requirements.
Okay. You talked about already some aspects of relocation flow. Can you describe the typical process from A to Z? Somebody from Germany, for instance,
as an European citizen, you are free to travel and to work in any other European country, right? But it's your fundamental right to live in another country of the European Union, but you need to formalize that residency. So after 3 months, so you can stay 3 months, 90 days on any other country without actually becoming a resident. But after 90 days, you need to formalize your residency. And how you do this, you go to your local council and you request a document that is the certificate of residency for European citizens, which is called the CRUE. Okay. And you can actually request this on the first day if you want, if you already decide that you are living in Portugal, or the limit for you to do this is on the 30 days after the 19 days in Portugal. So you stay 90 days and then you have 1 month to request your CRUE at the city council. And then the normal things, the tax office number that you have to get, because you will pay taxes in Portugal. An important thing is that when you become a resident, and this is for all countries, you start paying taxes in your resident country. Okay?
Yeah, there are some administration and legal matters also.
Yes.
You talked about it already. What documents are essential to legally reside in Portugal?
Just for us to go back a little bit, because this is for the European citizens, right?
Yes.
Because for the non-European citizens, the procedures are quite different. Okay. And so one have to first need which visa is the best for their situation, because there are types of visas. Okay. And with different requirements. And so one of the most well-known visas is the D7, as you know. And so these have requirements that one must meet, or you won't be able to move your residency to Portugal. So in the case of the D7, the main requirement is that you need passive income. Okay. And many people think that their salary or savings are considered passive income, and they're not. Okay. You have a stable source of income, and this can be from either your pension, because your retirement. So this is actually known by the retirement visa. Although you don't necessarily need to be retired to meet the requirements. Okay. As long as you have a source of passive income from your pension, from financial investments, from real estate that you are renting on your own country, or even in Portugal. It's interesting because if you buy a house in Portugal, for example, and you don't want to move right away, but you can rent it, and then it can be the source of the passive income.
Okay? That passive income is important. Passive income.
Yes.
I didn't know that.
If you don't have the passive income, you won't have your visa approved. So you won't be able to move to Portugal.
Okay?
And then for the European residents already, their life, it's pretty easy. They come to Portugal. They need to sign a document stating that they have the enough means to support themselves. But they don't really need to show it. It's just a personal declaration. Okay. And then if they, for example, want to work, they need a NISS, which is the social security number. They can work as freelancers. They can open an activity within the tax office to work on their own. And pretty much is that, because they are considered in terms of documents and everything as Portuguese, because of we have the same documents, although we have a citizen card which they
I have a
don't.
question about that. Yes, a citizen card.
A citizen
Well,
card.
yeah. Well,
Many countries don't have it, right?
No, right.
And it's very funny because in Portugal, for example, the driver's license, it's not an ID document. You cannot be identified by your driver's license, although it has our picture, and our name and everything.
It's also a card. It's like it's a card. Yeah.
It's a card. So the only way that we can identify ourselves next to the authorities is either our passport or our citizen card.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, there is indeed a big difference between a citizen and a resident.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because, for example, for the European citizens, they will not have a resident card. Okay. The CRUE is their document.
Yeah.
Okay. But if they need to identify themselves on the authorities, they need to show either their passport or their ID card from their own country.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
For example, the spouses of European citizens that are not European themselves will have a resident card. Okay. So this is also interesting and to know. So as an European, if you are married, let's say with an American citizen, okay, you move to Portugal with your spouse, it's their fundamental right to move with you, okay? No one can prevent them from moving with you, from being a resident in Portugal, but they need to contact IMA, the immigration authority, and they need to follow a procedure because they will get a resident card, okay? Because they are not Europeans, and so they don't meet the same legal matters. And of course, for non-Europeans applying for visas and applying for residence in Portugal, they will all have a resident card. And the resident permit that will be valid for 2 years, and then they must renew it for another 3 years until they're here for 5 years, and then they can still or until very recently they could apply for permanent residency, which the Europeans can also do after 5 years. Or they can apply for citizenship. Although now, as you probably know, the law of citizenship is being discussed and they are changing it for 10 years rather than 5 years.
You know, I'm speaking about my own case. I'm from Belgium.
Well, your own case in regards to citizenship, you live here, you have residency for how many years now?
Well, 2 years.
Yeah, you won't have this problem. Sorry, because you are already here, and when the law comes into place, it will only affect people from a certain point, when they start discussing the law. So people already living here and already with their residency most probably won't be affected by this, because it wouldn't be fair for you to do that. So well, no one knows yet, we'll see, but I don't really think that people already with the residency will be
affected by the new law. Regarding, there's also a lot of discussions and misunderstanding about the necessity to learn Portuguese, the mandatory thing.
The mandatory tests.
How is that?
So the mandatory test, it's only if you apply for citizenship, and it's at the end of those 5 years.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's not like a very complicated test. Okay, it's just to see if you can deal with day-to-day.
Obrigado, cerveza.
That's a good word to know, to learn. But yeah, so Portuguese is indeed a difficult language. And
I
for
believe
you to have an idea, the English language has around 500,000 words. Okay?
Yeah.
Portuguese,
Yes.
around 800,000.
Wow. That's very encouraging what you're saying for me. Yes.
Well, but even us Portuguese, we don't use, of course, all those words.
No.
But the thing is, and what I find it more difficult, of course, talking, and it's hard, but you will learn it by ear, and if you are really interested in learning, I believe you get there.
Yeah.
But many times the problem is things get lost in translation,
Right.
because there are no words to describe in English.
Right.
There are no words to describe a specific Portuguese word. My advice is, if you really want to move to Portugal, start learning and get an online tutor.
Yeah.
Like apps like Duolingo. And careful, because many apps only has Brazilian Portuguese.
Right. I know. Yes.
And it's of course that
slightly different.
We and Brazilians, we all understand each other perfectly. But there are words, and pronunciation is very different. Okay. And there are words that are also different, or they're not different, but they have different meanings.
Yeah. Okay. Right.
My advice is always get a tutor, personal, online, for example, right? Because they will have a plan for you, a learning plan. They will start with easier things. They will take your doubts, because apps, they are also handy. Of course, you should also have it. But if you really want to learn, I advise getting a tutor before you move.
Yeah. So before you move, yeah.
Yes. If you can start Portuguese classes before you move, perfect.
Yeah, that's a perfect situation.
Not when you're already here, because you will have, if the problem is the test, you will have 5 years to practice.
Yeah.
And once you're here and start learning the language and make friends and go to the supermarket, it will get easier.
Yeah. The topic non-habitual residency, NHR regime. What is that? Please.
So the NHR regime was a beneficial tax program. So it was a benefit for non-habitual residents. Okay. And so this benefit was mainly for Portuguese people that moved out of the country, and then after 5 years they wanted to return. If they wanted to return, they would have this benefit.
Oh yeah, that was the main meaning of it. Eh?
Yes, that's
it was
why
first for the Portuguese people. Yeah.
And so what happened was that, like 5-6 years ago, we started to having this increase in expats influx, right? So they started to come, and they actually were also eligible for this benefit, because one of the main requirements for you to get it that you didn't live in a country
Yeah.
for the last 3, I believe it was 3 years or 5 years. Well, expats never lived in the country before, so they could apply for this benefit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Logic. Yeah.
But this was mainly for Portuguese residents, so Portuguese immigrants living outside of Portugal and then returning to the country. Okay. This was a very, very beneficial tax scheme, and many people moved based on this benefit. But it ended at last year.
Yeah.
Okay. So there was still a transitional period where you could apply if you could prove that you had residency until the 31 of December 2024.
Right.
And you could have applied until March 2025. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So this was exchanged by another program, which is called IFICE, so IFICE, sorry. But it's very different because it's mainly
Right.
With very specific roles, working for very specific companies.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I have a question about that. Because I doubt, it's now my situation, if I can profit from that situation. Because my profession in Belgium for 20 years was intellectual property advisor, like trademark and patent registration. So maybe this kind of profession, when I should continue to do that in Portugal, it could be part of that regime.
You already living in Portugal for 2 years, you're not eligible anymore. Okay. Because this is for people still has that requirement. When you apply, you can't be a resident on the previous years. Okay.
Yeah.
So you need to apply on the first year that you become a resident. Okay. That's the main the main thing. And another thing is that you must work for a Portuguese company. Because the main goal of this benefit is bringing high quality professions to Portugal,
into the country,
and to help the country companies, the industry.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
that's the philosophy. Yeah.
Yes. So you need to apply when you first become a resident on the first year, and you need to work for a Portuguese company and to have this role, this specific role on that Portuguese company. And then there are other more specific requirements that you need to meet, but numbers. So the company must have a business volume of this. But yeah, so it's pretty different from the NHR as we used to know it. However, many people just drop the idea of moving to Portugal because of the NHR and okay. But I want to emphasize that although NHR ended, and although we don't have low taxes, we have high taxes in Portugal, but comparing with most countries, even if you move without NHR, and especially for example, American citizens, Canadian citizens, the overall cost of life, even without NHR, will be much less than
that's
what
a fact. Yeah.
And so at the end of the month or at the end of the year, you will still have more money in your pocket, even if you don't have the HR.
Well, yeah, after 2 years, I know it. When I go to Belgium, back to Belgium, I was in June, 3 months in Brussels, and Antwerp and the coast, and then I saw the menus in the restaurants.
Yes.
And that is multiplied by 3 sometimes.
Yes. Yes.
And the prices.
And we think here it's expensive. It's because we have not the lowest, but one of the lowest salaries in Portugal, right? And so we have many people struggling with the raises, especially in the real estate, rents, and groceries overall, and many people don't have the means to go and have and eat out and go on holidays, and so we compare it that way. But I always say that if you need to work for a Portuguese company, don't move to Portugal. Of course, if you are coming from a wealthier country than Portugal, okay?
Right.
If not, again, if you have your passive income or your source of income, it's perfect, because you can live with a relatively good life. It's not as cheap as people think it is, okay?
No.
And that was an idea of 5 years ago, not anymore.
Yes.
Okay. Life is not cheap, but it will still be cheaper than what you are used to.
Yeah. Well, I recently read an article about the renting prices in Portugal. In Porto.
In Porto.
Yeah, but that they are declining, and they are not rising, but they are again more modest.
People moving with high incomes, but there are just a few compared with all the population that we have.
Yeah.
So the landlords will put the rents very high. Yes, they will be able to rent it to the first 1,000 people, but then
the
rent it to someone else. They need to lower the prices, and that's what is happening.
Yeah. So you work a lot with tax advisors and financial planners. You work together with them.
Yes.
I suppose.
So I work with a tax advisor. So my company is me. We have a lawyer working with us as well, and we have a tax advisor as well. So anytime my clients need tax advice, or when they're already living here and they need to declare their income to do the IRS at the end of the year. So we also have our tax advisor, which in my opinion is great. And it's not because I work with him, it's because in Portugal it's very hard to find accountants and people that really know what they're doing.
Especially for
especially
let's say
expats. And even for us, it's a struggle. And so I don't like, I'm going to be very honest with you, I don't like to have many partnerships, because although it can bring me business, of course, I tend to, I don't like to work with people that I don't really know their way of working, because I have a work ethic and a way of work that it's very personal. I don't want to be recommending someone that then
doesn't meet the standards. Your standards.
Yes,
I understand. It's a people business, You're in a people business.
Totally. So I don't have any partnerships, neither with real estate agents or, you know, I have with this tax advisor, who he's a Portuguese citizen as well, but he's very competent, and he helps me a lot because I really trust his services, and I never had a complaint from my clients. So he's my partner on this, because I also think it's very important for people to understand the taxes in Portugal before they move, and having some help when filling out their taxes at the end of the year, because it's not easy. They make mistakes that can cost them money. And so I work as if I was working for me. So, you know, as I wish that someone was working for me. So my goal is the happiness of my clients, because they keep being my clients. It's not it's a very good relationship, not just when they need to move and I help them.
No. It's a long-term relationship.
It's a long-term relationship. So I don't want to recommend someone that then they don't feel that they have the same standards that I have. So that's why. But I have people that I like in different industries, and namely real estate in different parts of Portugal. And of course that I recommend whenever people ask me. I recommend you can talk to this person, and perfect. But it's not really like a partnership.
Right. So you have, I suppose, also good connections with people in the healthcare and education sector.
Yes. So being one of the main things, it's an advice that I give to people wanting to move: always hire someone local, because locals will know the tricks of the trade. Because one thing is what you hear, what you read in articles. Another thing is what really happens. Right?
Yes.
Sometimes it can be different. So, and I'm saying this, and also not all locals will know, but most locals know how the things really work in Portugal. So it's always good to have someone to go to that it's Portuguese, that knows how the public entities work, that know how you can go around things legally, but get things done. And that's what I always do. Is in Portugal it's hard to get things done, either because they take too long, because people don't reply, you know. So
yes, I'm sorry to say that, but yes, people don't reply, for instance.
People don't reply. People give you false information on the public entities. You know, one of my biggest fights is with the tax office, with Social Security, because they do not comply with the law. So we need to enforce the law on them so they can comply with it. But if you're not a local, and even locals, you know, sometimes you don't know how to enforce the law because you don't know the law. So if you go to the tax office and you make a question and they say, oh, no, you cannot do that. You go home, because the tax office, the lady
says that. Wow, there's an authority.
Exactly, it's an authority, and many times that's not the truth.
Okay.
The lady in the tax office herself doesn't know the law. You know, and so that's one of the big problems in Portugal. It's dealing with public entities. It's a pain.
What they say about Portugal is the bureaucracy.
The
bureaucracy. Is that what you mean?
Funny, because when people think about the bureaucracy, they think it's the amount of paper. It's not just the amount.
No.
It's the this situation that I'm talking about.
Yeah, what you explained. Yeah, that's also bureaucracy. Yeah.
They don't know one thing. They send you to the other office. Then you get to the other office. No, that's not with us. That's with them. And then you go to them, and then it's we call it move the hot. In Portuguese, we say passar a batata quente, which literally means pass the hot potato from to the other. No one.
Okay, I will tell you something. We have a Dutch saying. You don't understand the word of it, but I'm going to say it. Van het kastje naar de muur.
Okay.
Look it up. Google Translate. Van het kastje naar de muur.
It's the same.
That's the same thing.
Meaning, yes.
Yes.
And that's the main problem, because you think that, okay, this is a lot of paperwork, but at least when I get the paperwork done, I'll be able to get things done. And that's not the case many times.
Yeah.
And that's the level of bureaucracy that we have. Yeah.
Okay. One of the last questions I have. Can you say the main difference between the relocation services that you offer and a real estate agent or a legal advisor?
Okay.
You're a middle person. You're a go-between, huh?
More or less, because we have our lawyer with us, so we provide. Maybe you wanted to say tax advisor, not legal advisor,
or tax.
Legal advisor. A legal advisor will. It's a lawyer, right?
Yeah, it's a lawyer. Yeah.
So the thing is, we provide every support because, as you know, and I always talk more for people from non-Europeans, because Europeans it's a very easy process. But for non-Europeans, people can do the process themselves. Okay, it doesn't require a lawyer to do it. People can do it themselves, but it's overwhelming, and people aren't sure if they're right, if the documents are correct, not. And so many people, the first thing is, I'll search for a lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you don't necessarily need a lawyer, although of course there are little things on the process that will need to be done by a lawyer, such as recognizing a signature, and stuff like that. Okay. And so we have our lawyer for this legal advice and for doing the things that must be done by a lawyer. But we provide a very close assistant on all the journey, and with our lawyer in the back if needed.
Yeah. I understand.
Then a real estate agent, it's someone that helps with housing mainly, right?
Yeah.
So they help you to buy a house if you want in Portugal, to rent. There are differences in the industry, okay, from Portugal to other countries. And sometimes people complain that some agents are unresponsive, that they don't reply to emails, that they don't, but as in any profession, you have good and bad professionals. It is. But mainly they are here to help you to find a place to live, to talk you also about the regions. Each they can work all over the country, but each agent works predominantly in one region. Okay.
Yeah. Northern, southern, central, Lisbon.
Yes. They will tend to show you their listings, because if they show you other listings, they will have to split the commission, and that's their income. Okay. And also for rents aren't very profitable sometimes, and so you will have agents that really help you and are there for you, even if it's a rent or not, or a buying. But some don't pay much attention to rents because they don't profit very much from
Right.
it. But it's totally different. So I also offer house search services, but completely neutral from agents. Okay. And I'll help people to find an area to live according to their needs, to their lifestyle. And then I do the mediation with the agents or with the landlord.
Yeah.
And I'll help people to, for example, know the difference if it's a bad area or a good area, which sometimes people cannot, they don't know, right?
Right.
I check the properties, and this is mainly, I do it for people that are abroad, that are still out of the country. Okay.
Yeah. Yes.
So they do not rent sight and scene. So I go and check the properties for them. I make sure they're not getting into a scam, because there are a lot of scams in the internet. And I try to mediate and to negotiate rents with the landlords. So I'll do that, but I work for my clients. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't have, again, partnerships with agents.
No.
Although I can ask the agents that I feel I trust
You're confident.
if they
Yeah.
have anything, of course. But it's a completely different
Yeah.
job.
Area and job profession.
Job,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
completely
Yes.
different job. Yes.
Yeah. So you work, in all Portugal, in all of Portugal, the
Yes,
north.
and this is because most of my clients, if not like 99% of my clients, they are still out of the country. So I do everything remotely for them. So I obtain their NIFs, I do the NIFs, I do the bank accounts, I open bank accounts remotely for them. I deal with the consulate or VFS appointment. I book the appointments for them.
Right.
I guide them through what they need to get in their country, where they need to get their criminal record, for example, because for non-Europeans, they need a criminal record. I tell them where to go, when to go, because that's also very important, because the process has a hierarchy.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you want to rush things, you'll end up spending more money than you should and having more anxiety, because then you already paid this and then you have to redo it because it's not valid anymore. So it's a hierarchy, and step by step.
Yes.
It's very important to follow the steps. And I always advise people to start the process in 6 months before your intended arrival to Portugal.
Yeah, 6 months before. Yeah.
Yes. Because this is definitely not a thing that you want to rush. Okay.
This is one of the most important steps in your life, that you take. And
Exactly.
Well, I am out of the questions. I think we go, or you have something important to share.
We talked about the main matters,
issues, topics.
Yes, the main topics of a relocation. I'm here to help, and I love my job, so it's great to help other people. I was an expat myself. I lived in the UK for 2 years. And so yes, I think we talked about the main things. Of course, then there are specific situations. But I think we talked about
we covered a lot of of the most of what your job applies. Well, and of course we share all your information on the YouTube channel, on the Facebook, social media.
I also have, so I'm very present in Facebook groups. expat Facebook groups.
Right.
I have a group of my own, but to be honest, it has 100 members. I wanted
Everything
to
starts
make it
with
grow. I wanted to make it grow, but if people don't put questions there, it's for me. It's like it's not like a very big thing because I still answer many questions on the other groups. And I help a lot on the other groups, and so it's good. But I have my websites where people can book a free call, 15-minute call, so we can know each other, and I understand the circumstances.
And we put all the links in the description of the video.
And clarify what I do. So yeah.
Okay.